Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I want to go over the top 10 bounty troops that you can use in the bounty event to get it done quicker. Bounty is an event where you want to use only bounty troops, you want to have them fully ascended, and you want to use the bounty captain in your team. So you're going to want to use 4 bounty troops. Little trick you can do to make sure you have a bounty troop in every slot is you go here. You type in NTY, Nancy, Tom, Yo-Yo, boom, and that'll bring up all your bounty troops. So we're going to go over these right now. I'm going to do the top 10 bounty troops in Gems of War, and then you can take that with you this weekend and use these troops and get rid of the riffraff. So let's get started with number 10. Alright, y'all. Actually, first let's go over some honorable mentions, and I want to say the best bounty troop is the captain of the week, actually, but we're not, like, this week it's Shadow Beast. You get extra points with Shadow Beast. You got to get everything fully traded, fully ascended, use only bounty troops, and make sure you use the bounty captain of the week to get every point you can get. But yeah, let's go over some honorable mentions before we get into the top 10, and the first honorable mention is Dire Cub. Dire Cub, 10 red, brown, McGrimwood's Beast. It gives life to the first 2 allies, or gives attack to them, or grants a random positive stats effect to them. So it's a really good, like, you know, supplementary troop, support troop, if you just need something. But the only thing, hey, the best troop in Bounty is red and brown, the exact same color. So it does start battles with 50% mana, so definitely worth mentioning. It's pretty good as a nice little support troop during the bounty events. Next honorable mention. Be Mermaid. Mermaid you're not going to use very often in the bounty event, but it can be okay in like Arena. Now I'm doing most of this top 10 based on using them in the bounty, so this is just an honorable mention here. You could use it with your bounty team. It's pretty good. It's 10 yellow, blue, Merlantis, Merfolk. It deals damage to an enemy and explodes 2 blue gems. So it's doing damage and doing some mana generation. That's always nice. So decent honorable mention there for a bounty troop. Next we have Parrot. Parrot is a good honorable mention here. Yellow and blue. Beast. It deals damage to an enemy and silences them, and there's a 50% chance to silence adjacent enemies. So you could potentially get 3 enemies silenced and do damage to them. So pretty decent, definitely worth mentioning as an honorable mention. We have next as an honorable mention Plains Jumper, 10 red, brown, Divinian Fields Beast. Once again, it's red and brown. That's bad because the best one's red and brown, and you don't want to have that mana conflict, but it does start battles with 75% mana, and it destroys 8 gems and deals damage to the first enemy, so we're doing damage and mana generation, which is always nice. So worth considering if you want to try something different, but definitely not in the top 10, but worth mentioning. The next one is Ridgeback. Ridgeback, 12, yellow, green, Wild Plains monster. Knock an enemy to the back, explode 16 gems of one of their mana colors. So you can kind of control what it explodes. You're kind of just blowing up the whole board. It has 30% scar reduction, so pretty good, like as a tank slash mana generator. There's others that do it better, but hey, if you're in a bind and for some reason you don't have some of these other troops, Ridgeback is worth mentioning. All right, the last honorable mention, and this one isn't because of the bounty event. You don't really want to use this one in the bounty event, but this one is used in the double Ironhawk, no turns for the other team, vault event farming Ironhawk team. There's a Greed version, a Sister Superior version. Sister Superior, slightly faster, just worth mentioning because it's one of the best bounty troops. 6 yellow, green, White Helm, Divine Human. Cleanse all allies, dispel and stun Daemon and undead enemies, gain an extra turn. Basically, it's empowered, so you cast it and your whatchamacallits go off. Ironhawks go off. They're artillery, so it's good in the whole grand scheme of things for Gems of War, but it's not good in the bounty event itself, so it did not make the top 10 because it's not good in the bounty event, and that's what I'm doing, basing my top 10 on, is bounty troops that are good in the bounty event itself. All right, we're getting into the top 10 here, so let's go with number 10, the 10th best bounty troop in the game for the bounty event. And I'm going with Warwolf. Warwolf is number 10. It's 11 green, blue, Groshnock Beast. It explodes a gem and creates red gems boosted by skulls destroyed. So you can make a bunch of red. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Tigraki is one of the best bounty troops. You guys probably know what the best bounty troop is, and you're here for like the other 9 to see what the second, third, fourth best is. But kind of the way you're going to tell what's a good bounty troop is what goes well with the best bounty troop. So this one goes well with the best bounty troop in some situations. And it's green and blue, so no mana conflict. It has skull reduction. It has a chance to summon when it dies. And it makes a bunch of red, which is good for the best bounty troop in the game. So Warwolf, number 10. Alright, number 9. What do I have for number 9? Number 9 is kind of similar to number 10. And they could go back and forth. You could switch them. You could flip-flop them. But I put Excavator at number 9. I kind of like it a little bit better than Warwolf. I use it a little more often. It uses purple and brown. So one color similar to the best bounty troop in brown, and purple, which purple is a very rare color for a bounty troop, for a good bounty troop. So I like using Excavator because it uses purple and brown, and that's like the main reason. It's a Kaziel dwarf. It destroys a column. Then it creates 5 red gems boosted by brown gems destroyed. So you're destroying a whole column with a lot of brown in it, and then you're making a ton of red. Who would that be good for? The best bounty troop in the game. So definitely a top 10. I would call it number 9. And yeah, Excavator. Okay, what is number 8? What is the 8th best bounty troop in the game, according to me, in my opinion? And you can't use them all, so sometimes you're going to use these and sometimes you're not. Sometimes it wouldn't be the best for a certain team, sometimes it would. This is kind of just in a vacuum. Well, not really in a vacuum, but just, you know, I don't know. But I really like Pharaoh Hound, so I put it at number 8. 10 red, brown, Kitar Beast. Create 8 purple and 8 red gems. Barrier a random ally. Summon a Bone Storm when an enemy dies. Nothing special there, but it does do a bunch of barriers. It uses red, and it also creates red, and it can go on like a little loopy barrier spree. So, pretty good. Not worth being in the top 10 or anything. Might have even should have put it a little bit lower, but this is where it ended up on my list. So, number 8, Pharaoh Hound. Lots of barrier and purple and red gems. So, and it uses red. And so does the best bounty troop. You know what I mean? So, pretty good. Alright, number 7. Number 7. What is number 7? I went with Man-at-Arms at number 7. 11 blue, brown, Sword's Edge, Human Knight. It reduces damage from skulls by 25%. It gives 19 attack and armor to an ally, then barriers them. So really good support troop. Cast it on your first troop or itself, and you'll give them a bunch of attack, armor, and then barrier them. So you can actually target who you want to barrier, unlike other good bounty troops where you're kind of hoping for a random barrier on the right troop. This one you can actually pick your first slot or your tank or your best troop or whatever, give them a bunch of attack, armor, and also barrier them. So you could also put him in first slot and just cast him on himself. Pretty good and safe support troop for the bounty events. Alright, what do we have for number 6? What is the 6th best bounty troop in the game? It will help you get this thing done. Let's see, what is it? I went with Rift Lynx. Rift Lynx, 12 red, purple, Pridelands Beast. By the way, I'll probably be live streaming tomorrow, but I might do Elden Ring, honestly. I have another video I want to do for Gems of War, and I'm going to be putting this out at some point, probably tonight. I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning, but yeah, Rift Lynx. Reason I'm picking Rift Lynx for my number 6 is because it does true damage, and true damage is really good in the bounty event. So any troop that does true damage is probably going to make the top 10, and it's one of those. So it deals true damage to an enemy and knocks them to last position. It's also stealthy. So it's one of the few troops that do true damage, so it's got to be in the top 10. And that's basically why. Alright, what is the 5th best bounty troop in the game? We're into the top 5 now. This one, pretty similar to the last one, but it does a little bit more damage. And, I think, true damage to an enemy, yeah. Like, that just knocks somebody to the back. This one, 10 red, blue, Cinemirage, Daemon. Deal true damage to an enemy boosted by red gems. So the other one is like, it's going to be a certain amount every single time. This one you can boost at a 3-to-1 ratio boosted by red gems. So I think it can technically hit a little bit harder than Rift Links. So I had to put it in front of Rift Links just for that. And it explodes a red gem at the start of battle. It reflects 25% of skull damage. It's just slightly better than Rift Links, in my opinion. So I had to put it in the top 5. You can use it in, you know, in stereo with the best bounty troop in the game to do true damage once again. True damage, definitely one of the best things you can do in the bounty event. Alright, the 4th best bounty troop in the game to use in this event is good old Corpse Mayor. Corpse Mayor, probably my favorite true damage option to go along with the best bounty troop. It's 10 yellow, blue, Galvania Undead Beast. It destroys a row. It steals life from the first enemy, boosted by skulls destroyed. So I think it has the highest true damage, other than the best bounty troop in the game. It uses yellow and blue, which the best bounty troop in the game does not use either one of those colors, so it's covering more colors. It destroys a row, so it's also doing that, a little bit of mana generation. Plus, it's not just doing true damage, it's stealing the life, so it's giving it to itself. So it's a good tank. It's a good tank, a good mana generator, and a true damage option. So definitely really awesome. I would call it a top 4 bounty troop, maybe even a top 3. It also gains bonus blue mana from blue gem matches and has Undying. So just a really good bounty troop. Definitely a top 5, potentially a top 3. Alright, number 3, the 3rd best bounty troop in the game. What do I got here? This is my opinion. I think you can mix and match like this one and Corpse Mayor. They could go back and forth. One could be number 3 and the other one could be 4. You could put Corpse Mayor at 3. You could put... I think, though, this definitely deserves to be in the top 5. It's a really good, solid troop, especially for people that need to play it a little bit on the safer side. I think Chris Turtle is just... If you put it on your team, and you put the best bounty troop on your team, and you put the bounty captain on your team, you're pretty much going to win. It may not be the fastest thing ever, but it's probably the safest thing ever. So, I love Chris Turtle. I think it's a top 3 bounty troop. 12 yellow, blue, Merlantis Elemental Beast. Converts a chosen color to brown, so it's a mana converter. It barriers and submerges a random ally. It also reduces damage from skulls by 50%. That's one of the highest skull mitigations in out of the options that you have, I'm pretty sure. It uses yellow and blue, which is great. And it makes brown, which the best, pretty much the best, a lot of the best top 10 bounty troops use brown. Like, if we go over them here, like, Warwolf, I don't think that does. Excavator does. Pharaoh Hound, I think does. Man-at-Arms does, right? Rift Links, I don't think, no, it does not. Soldier Wrath doesn't. Corpse Mayor doesn't. But yeah, like half of the top 10 uses brown. So this converts a chosen color to brown. It'll give you an extra turn. It'll give you a bunch of brown. It will barrier and submerge a random ally. And it's a really good tank with 50% skull mitigation. So I put that in my top 3. I could be convinced to put Corpse Mayor in the top 3 and drop down Chris Turtle to 4, but it's really close for me. Alright, the 2nd best bounty troop in the game. What do you think it is? It's old Karen. Karen came to the store, and you got her order wrong, man. So she's going to pull herself to the front, stun ya, explode ya, and boost her life. But yeah, 11 green, brown, broken spire, giant. Pull myself to the front, so it's a tank. Stun the first enemy, get rid of any pesky traits that they have. Then explode 1 random gem boosted by my life, which is pretty much blows up the whole thing. Blows up the whole freaking board. Summon a fortress gate when I die, so when it dies, it automatically summons a fortress gate, so you might as well add all the stats of a fortress gate onto the Ogress. And it has 50% skull mitigation, so this kind of makes the Chris Turtle not as good. Whenever this came in, you know, a lot of people stopped using Chris Turtle and started using Ogress, and that's why I put her at number 2. Really, really good troop, Karen. Alright, the number 1, this isn't going to be too exciting because everybody knows that Tigraki Warrior is the best bounty troop in the game. 12 red, brown, Leonis Empire, Raksha Knight. Deal true damage to an enemy boosted by their armor. So it does the highest amount of true damage out of the bounty troops. It reduces damage from skulls by 25%. It deals double skull damage versus undead. It's just the best bounty troop in the game. Nobody's going to argue with that. Every team that you make has to have Tigraki Warrior on it, or you're just handicapping yourself. So you see my team over here, Corpse Mare, Tigraki Warrior, Shadow Beast, Ogress. I'm using pretty much the top 3, top 4 troops. I could even use Chris Turtle there instead of Corpse Mare, but I was just trying to go a little bit faster. But this is my bounty team for the bounty event also. But yeah, that is the top 10 bounty troops in the game. Check out my live stream from today or Friday, whatever. That has a lot of me doing bounty, if you want to see me in action doing the bounty event. And yeah, tomorrow, Gems of War video at some point, if not this one. Might play Elden Ring on live stream. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I might play Gems of War. I might play freaking EverQuest. I'm going to live stream something early on Saturday, so you're going to have to be up early to catch it. I'm trying Saturdays because people asked for it, but we got to compromise here. I'll do Saturday, but you're going to have to get up early probably. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. I hope this helped. Bounties right now. This is Evergreen. We're going to have other bounty events later, and this should help. They'll add in bounty troops, so, you know, this is the top 10 right now as of March, 11th, 2022. Peace.